Welcome to another Super Deluxe Edition unboxing video. Today we're going to take a look at the physical editions of the Beatles Now and Then. This is what's being promoted as the last Beatles song. What I'm holding in my hands here is the 12-inch version of Now and Then. As you may be aware, there's quite a lot of editions of this. I think there's a red 12-inch, there's a black 12-inch, there's various 7-inch singles, there's a CD single. We're going to look at some of these right now. It's hard to know how rare some of these editions are going to become. I think the 12-inch is relatively rare, but Universal and Apple aren't telling how many they've pressed of each version. But anyway, the 12-inch is obviously quite nice because you get the full-size artwork, although judging by the reaction to this front cover, maybe that isn't a positive, I don't know. This is by the artist Ed Ruscha. They keep calling him the renowned artist, I think just to sort of drive home the point that he is supposed to be very good. I must admit this cover's grown on me a little bit. I mean, it is a bit dull, there's no doubt about it, but actually, you know, there's a bit of texture here going on. It's actually a painting. Would some kind of image of the Beatles have been better? Would something originated by John or Paul have been better? Probably, but it is what it is, and that is the front cover. Now, there is no spine on this 12-inch. The back actually is kind of quite quirky. This is a clock. It's explained inside, you'll see in a second. This is a clock that was owned by George Harrison, acquired by him in 1997. He probably picked it up because he liked the reference to Now and Then, and obviously a few years earlier they tried to record Now and Then for what would have been Anthology 3. So the two songs, it's a 12-inch, but you still get the same two songs as on the 7-inch and the CD single. So you get Now and then you get the new stereo 2023 mix of Love Me Do on the B-side. So the idea being, first Beatles song, last Beatles song. So there was a sticker on the front of the 12-inch, which you can see there. Polyline sleeve, which is good, and this is a heavyweight pressing, so even though it's a 12-inch, this is 180 grams. I weighed it, I checked it. You get the Apple logo on side A, which is nice touch. And then on side B, you get the sort of classic red Parlophone label from the early 60s. Obviously, there's not that much music on here, so quite a lot of space there on the grooves. And as with the 7-inches, which we'll see in a minute, you get a sheet which gives you the sort of explanation, a bit of history. John Harris has written this. And then on the other side, you get full credits, details, everything about both songs. This is where it explains about George acquiring that clock. Quite nice. I mean, arguably for a 12-inch, it's normal practice to put something extra on a 12-inch, an extra track or something, or an extended mix. Obviously, we're not going to get an extended mix of Now and Then, but they haven't done that. They've just repeated exactly the same as what's on the 7-inch single. Talking of the 7-inch single, this is the 7-inch of Now and Then. It's really just a mini-me of the 12-inch. This is the blue vinyl edition. You do get a polyline sleeve for the 7-inch, which is a nice touch because it's not that common to have that on a 7-inch. There's the blue. I'm not really sure about the colour of that blue, but anyway. Same labels, Apple for Now and Then, Parlophone for Love Me Do. This is a 36 gram vinyl pressing, if you want to know the details. And you do get a sticker on the front which tells you that it's a blue vinyl, so you don't have to, sometimes you don't get that and you have to guess from the barcodes, but these are stickered up and they tell you which colour the vinyl is. And just like on the 12-inch, you do get the inner sheet with the notes. It's exactly the same, it's just smaller. So this is another 7-inch. This is a clear vinyl 7-inch. Won't bother getting everything out, you get the same sheet again. Clear vinyl is probably my favourite because I think it looks quite classy. Some people don't like clear vinyl because you can't see where the grooves are, but when there's only one track on each side, that's effectively irrelevant. There is a black vinyl version of this, which I don't have at the moment. There's also a red vinyl, I believe. I think there's about 10 versions of this single across various formats. And then last but not least, the humble CD single. We didn't think we were going to get a CD single because they chose to wait until 2 days before the release date to tell you that there was going to be one, by which time everyone had ordered all the various vinyl editions. So slightly dubious practice, but anyway, this is the card sleeve. There's no sticker on the outside when it's sealed. It's a bit basic, this. It's a card sleeve, and then you get the CD inside. Apple label. And that's it. So you don't get the sheet that you get with both the 7-inch and the 12-inch. You don't get that with the CD single. I mean, it's only a £5 instead of paying 15 or 17 quid for the 7-inch or the 12-inch. So I suppose it's a bit cheaper, but you'd think that text that explains and all the credits and everything, you think that they would think that that's an important part of what needs to be presented, and they haven't bothered doing it. They could have had a gatefold 7-inch and they could have had the text inside, but they've kept it relatively cheap and cheerful. So that's the CD single. So I hope you've enjoyed this brief look at some of the physical formats of the brand new Beatles single Now and Then. If you've enjoyed this video, why not subscribe to the Super Deluxe Edition YouTube channel for more great physical music unboxed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.